Another one probably for okay, let's start that over. Greetings and scaritations. My name is Kelley. This is my channel, Video Ghoulash. Welcome. When you have a scent on your website called Haddonfield, and if you don't know, John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween is the best film of all time. It's my favorite movie of all time. I didn't say horror, I said best film of all time. Fight me. If you have a candle called Haddonfield, I'm gonna dive in there and see what's it all about. Does this evoke Haddonfield? Well, I'm gonna tell you this much. It's actually really awesome. The notes on it are patchouli, rain, fresh ozone, and earthen moss. This is a cold, oppressive smelling candle. It's seasonal. It's really interesting. When I first smelled this thing, I wrote this down. I said, okay, that's creepy. It is. It's a really creepy, heady, exhilarating in an oppressive kind of a way scent. You get this patchouli on the cold smell. It's blended with the ozone that's kind of waning down. The fresh rain is really interesting, and it's not super sweet, but it has a little bit of a fresh, sweet element to it. Again, though, it's not candy sweet that we're talking about. It's just a nice, airy rain sweet. And then you've got the earth and moss, which is it's beautiful. The moss in this is fantastic. So this candle, when you burn it, I'd say that the moss maybe comes out a little bit more. The patchouli certainly warms up and comes a little bit more to the forefront, but this remains a cold and oppressive, rainy, wet scent. You kind of, for me at least, it does evoke trick-or-treating. I remember one year in particular, I went out, I stayed out, I was the last of my crew, and I was in a different neighborhood because I'd crossed over somewhere else. Got to get more candy, got to go to that neighborhood that's got the full-on candy bars. But everybody split, and I was out there. It was about 10:30. All the lights were off. No one is answering the door anymore for trick-or-treaters, and I'm having to cut through back home. And it was raining, and it was really, really cold for the South. And it was 30 degrees or so. So I'm shivering and carrying a huge bag of candy, and I was a little concerned. I have to say, I was a little bit scared. Hard to say, for I think I was 11 at the time, and tough 11-year-old boy, I got not scared of anything. But that Halloween night, I was afraid. This candle really reminds me of that time. So does it evoke Haddonfield in particular and Michael Myers? Well, that feeling that I had that night does evoke Halloween. It kind of goes hand in hand. So I think solid job on calling this candle Haddonfield and it evoking John Carpenter's amazing Halloween 1978. Spook level, it's a 10 because of what it evoked in me. And again, it's an oppressive, rainy, autumn, cold scent. The throw on this was an 8. It filled my room, which I was impressed by. This was one of the first single wicks that I'd ever burned, and it did fill the room, so that was pretty awesome. So the throw on that's an 8. Overall, I'm a big fan of Haddonfield by Underworld Connection. I'm going to give that a 9. Next up, we're going to take a ride at the creepy Carnival. Okay, this is sweet but it has a grounding element to it. It's actually a really well balanced. I think that's cotton candy. If I remember the notes, let's look at the notes. Dried leaves, cotton candy, ice cream. So yeah, it's hitting every one of those. And again, it's a really well-balanced candle. On cold, you're getting that kind of a creepy carnival vibe. When you burn it, the cotton candy and the ice cream comes a little bit more to the forefront. But the dried leaves, the autumn dried leaves, they ground it. They don't really weigh it down. They ground it because this is a light scent. And that autumn leaves, though, has a nice earthy, grounding element to it. So overall, this is a really cool candle. I actually like this one quite a bit. Spook factor, I'd say it's about a 5. It's not super duper scary. You're getting ice cream and you're getting cotton candy, and that dried leaves mixed with it does give you a carnival vibe. But it doesn't feel like a boisterous, warm kind of carnival. It's cold. It has that creep factor that brings it to 5 on the spook level. The throw on it was about an 8. Yeah, filled the room, so it did really well. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 6. It's really cool. I almost feel like it's just not quite there yet, but I really did enjoy it. So it's a 6, and I think it might even grow on me. So that's a solid 6. Time to light up the black flame candle. Well, I mean, I already did, so good luck. This is a really sweet candle, yeah. Cold, you're getting honey. There's, I think, ginger sparkling across the top, and there's a really strong floral note in this, I think. Really sweet scent. Definitely the floral, I think, is up front. So this says it's a cursed concoction of ginger, jasmine, cinnamon, musk, honey, and smoke. Yeah. It has a bit of a smoky element. It's not a charred kind of a smoke or like an ember smoke. It's more of a powdery, vaporous, maybe potion-like smoke. When you light this, the honey and the floral amps up even more. The ginger's nice. It's sparkling across the top, but this thing got too sweet for me. It got cloying. Smelling it on cold, I like it better than I remembered it when I was burning it, but I'm not a big fan of floral notes, so you have to take that into account. I think if you like jasmine, though, you would probably really enjoy this. And is it a witchy concoction? For me, it was more just honey and jasmine with a light bit of powdery incense. It's a nice smelling candle, but spooky? No, I think spook level, maybe I'll give it a 3 for that potion-y, witchy kind of quality that it has. The throw on this thing was really strong. This was a 9. Filled the room, down the hall, into the foyer. Pretty strong throw. So it threw really well. Overall, though, for me, this is a 4. I'm not a big fan of floral scents, and that's the star here. And I'm also not the hugest fan of really sweet, cloying, syrupy sort of scents. If that is your bag, you will probably dig Black Flame Candle. So this one's called Mad Scientist. I've got my notes, because obviously I've smelled this before. But cold, it has a weird, it's almost like a dirty popcorn thing. Let's see. Yeah, I actually wrote that. It smells like, I swear there's like a dirty popcorn note. There's a ozone kind of thing happening maybe. Yeah, there's something savory in here too that is a natural scent, maybe a moss. I dropped my notes. So let's talk about the notes. That's gonna be weird, sorry. The notes are woods, moss, mint, fresh. Just says fresh. Clean air, and musk. Not a lot changes when you burn this. The mint amps up a little bit. It's musky. Unfortunately, the woods and whatever all those other notes are just kind of turn into a dirty popcorn thing. Like, I don't hate it, but this isn't screaming Mad Scientist at all for me. So, spook factor 2. It's a little bit creepy, a little bit weird. Throw was like an 8. It was pretty strong. Overall, though, This is a 3 for me. Yeah, I don't really care for it that much. It's not totally in the realm of where if you burn it, I just want to kick it out of a window or anything. But I didn't like it. So next up, I've got Horror Night. The idea behind this, I believe, was watching a horror movie at home with some popcorn, but something creepy going on. Creepy popcorn, I guess, was the idea. What you've got is a popcorn smell, but it's like dry dust popcorn, like stale old popcorn. And some kind of a musk that's really heavy. I can't even tell if there's a wood in there or if it's just the popcorn, the savory popcorn. It's not sweet. There's no sweet at all. It's not like kettle corn and there's no caramel corn. This is popcorn and musk is what I'm getting. Yeah, kind of reminds me of Mad Scientist, so that's probably not good. The notes are popcorn, earth, spices. Okay, yeah. Don't tell me any secrets. That's okay if you don't. I don't really care because I don't like this. You burn it and smells like dry, stale, gross popcorn and weird musk. So, there you go. Is it spooky? I guess. I mean, heck, I don't even know what to rate this. What's spoopy? Spoopy? Okay, spoopy. Spoopy popcorn, probably rate about a 3 on the spoopy scale. The throw, what did I write down? I remember the throw. Yeah, the throw is really strong. It's a 9. So it's a really good throw. You know what? Let's just start this over. Spooky, 0. Throw, 9. Overall, 0. I don't like this. Sorry. I like the idea, though. And finally, I'm getting locked up in the castle dungeon. That's what's about to happen. Oh, yeah. So you've got... This definitely has a wet dirt, damp earth smell. It also has a savory musk. Again, there's going to be nothing sweet about this scent at all, which is probably maybe a little sweet earth, but I feel like this is cold and strange. This has that same similar weird dirty popcorn note that Mad Scientist and Horror Night have, though. The notes are bamboo, salt air, and dirt. Well, when you burn it, it sweetens up. There's a floral in here. There's no way there's not a floral note in there, unless I'm just completely nose blind or tricked. There's a floral sweet note that comes out. It's almost funereal. But it's just playing across the top of that same strange, dirty, still, popcorny scent. The salt in there, I think, sours that even more. You do get a damp dirt and earth vibe to it. But that note, that weird, musky popcorn note, I just wish it wasn't there. It's stale and kind of gross. So spook factor, though, I think it's spooky for sure. So high on the spook factor of 8. The throw on it is a 10. I started burning it and I took it out of the room because I hate it. So overall for me, it's a goose egg. I almost hate it more than the other ones because I feel like there was some promise there. The funereal sort of floral strange element that it has with the wet dirt is kind of a cool concoction. Underworld Connection was a really sort of a disjointed experience for me. That being said, Haddonfield, I adored Haddonfield. So, if you get a few candles and one of them is just a banger, I suppose it was worth it. Before I sign off, though, I think Haunted Haven is having a live October 23rd, 8 o'clock, I believe. So everyone, tune in, check that out. I'm certainly going to be there. Thanks for chilling with me. Appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe. It does help me a lot. Comment. Let me know if you've ever ordered anything from Underworld Connection and what your favorites are, if you have any. I'm going to have a lot more stuff coming up. I'm keeping it spooky. I'm keeping it Halloween. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I don't have to put anything Christmas up on my page until, hey, after Halloween. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I like to keep it that way. Even though, I know we're thinking a little bit about Christmas and we're thinking about the holidays because it's fun. At least I am anyway. I love Christmas, don't get me wrong. I love Thanksgiving too, which sort of seems to get skipped a lot. That's not fair. But at any rate, I'm going to keep it Halloween. I'm going to keep it creepy. And no matter if it's Halloween, no matter if it's Christmas, Easter, I'm going to keep it creepy all frickin' year. Smell you later.